Guys, Willie here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2026 Volvo XC60 T8 Ultra. And a big thanks to Brian and the rest of the management and staff here at Jenkins Volvo in Ocala, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Ocala area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Brian. And for those of you guys who don't know, the XC60 has been Volvo's compact luxury SUV since 2008. The second generation that you see here has been with us since 2018, and for 2026, the XC60 receives a facelift featuring a new diagonal pattern grille aimed to put more focus on the Volvo emblem, new smoke taillights, new wheel options, and a new 11.2-inch touchscreen replacing the outgoing 9-inch. The 2026 Volvo XC60 is available in two powertrains, both feature a turbocharged 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, the base getting a mild hybrid cranking out 247 horsepower and 266 pound-feet of torque, and up for a 6.5-second 0 to 60 time, or you can upgrade to the plug-in hybrid that we have here, which cranks out 455 horsepower, 523 pound-feet of torque with a 4.2-second 0 to 60 time, all while getting nearly 30 combined miles per gallon and 63 mpges. Available in 5 trim levels for the plug-in hybrid, ranging from the $61,000 Core up to the $80,000 Polestar. The Ultra that we have here sits right in the middle with a $70,950 base price. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So first thing you notice, this gray greenish metallic paint color is beautiful. Unfortunately, it's a pretty rainy day today in Ocala, Florida, so we're not going to really pick up how it shines in the Florida sun, but you can take my word for it, it's one of the nicest paint colors that Volvo has to offer. Black headlight housing, LED daytime running light, full LED projector headlamps. We get some black contrast for functional airflow in each corner, full front parking sensing, forward-facing camera, and as you mentioned, the updated diagonal slotted grille. Active shutters down below too. I like the gloss black contrast for all the trim pieces. I don't think there's any shiny chrome on this specific Ultra, and this isn't even the black edition Ultra. The wheel and tire setup, we get these black and silver contrasted 22-inch rims wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tires. Dimensions are 265/35 R22. Not a whole lot of wheel gap. I like the fender flares and that they're body color with a splash guard right behind the front wheel. Charge ports. And we get an additional side sensor to help us out with the 360. I'll take a step back. Hopefully you guys can pick up the side profile on this 2026 Volvo XC60. I like the black contrasted mirror caps with LED turn signals on them, blind spot monitoring on the glass in the corner. Smart access for all 4 doors. I like the pretty aggressive rocker panel side skirt area. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper with an additional splash guard, additional side sensor to help us out with the 360. Roof rails, panoramic moonroof, shark fin style antenna. We get these new smoked style LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. I like the diffuser area in each corner. Volvo lettering is aluminum, same with the XC60 and T8, which has plug-in hybrid and all-wheel drive right next to it. The exhaust tips, I'll take a squat right down here. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera, as well as our air suspension, which we'll get more into in 1 second. But speaking of the exhaust tips, let's fire up this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter turbocharged plug-in hybrid setup sold by Volvo for the 2026 XC60. And it sounds okay, but cranks out a lot of power at 455 horsepower, 523 pound-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending the power to all 4 wheels. You can expect a 4.2-second 0 to 60 time, making it a no-joke performer. With 35 total miles of pure electric range, the electric motor alone cranks out 143 horsepower at the gas power plant at 312, with about 28 combined mpgs and 63 mpge. We'll take a step back. The sun is starting to poke out a little bit. Hopefully you can pick up the subtle green hue in this gray metallic paint color. I'll leave a link right over here to show you the exact name of it. But let's take a step inside, see what we get with an unbelievably loaded performance SUV for the money. Up top we get soft touch materials, booming Bowers & Wilkins sound system, 2-person memory seats, aluminum door handle, and gushy soft leather all throughout. 4-window auto one touch, 4-way adjustable mirrors. The bottom area is also soft touch. Even BMW's cars doesn't get that outside of like the X7 and 7 series. Both are significantly more expensive than what we're sitting in here. This specific SUV competes more with the BMW X3, and the X3 definitely does not have this level of luxury inside of it. You'll stack 2 footlongs, you'll fit a big gulp right next to it, additional bass speaker for the Bowers & Wilkins sound system, aluminum Volvo step-in plate, and some beautiful beige perforated, heated, and ventilated seats with solid bolstering even for the bottom portion, adjustable thigh support. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats with 4-way lumbar control as well. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. So foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So we get a really nice interior here, thick 2-tone steering wheel, solid 10 and 2, perfect 9 and 3, rubberized horn area, the horn really loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. Super slow window controls, but they're dual pane and thick. On the left side, we get a radar cruise control and the adjustments for it. On the right side, voice commands, volume and skip with our adjustments for the infotainment. Right now, we were just looking at our map. We can turn off our map with a click of a button for one reason or another. Auto headlamps, auto high beams, and fog lights. Does not appear like we have auto rain sensing wipers though. At this price point, it would be appreciated. Trunk release, gas cap release, hood latch release, and hopefully get a good look at the pedals. We had a stitched dashboard with a heads up display. Not quite sure if you could pick up the heads up display on camera. Oops, camera started tripping out. And we get a center bass speaker and tweeter for the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. The touchscreen, let's check out the backup camera real quick. We get this crystal Aura 4 Sweden gear selector with a backup camera, guidance lines and trajectory, and over the top 360. You see there's any additional adjustments. There are not. And throwing right back into park, we stay right back where we were because we've already canceled out of it. We have this new Google Maps display too. Unbelievable response, perfect resolution. We can recenter it with the music and phone connections underneath Bluetooth Google Assistant. You can access your cameras at all times with our drive mode selector. Our drive modes include hybrid, power, pure, off-road, and all-wheel drive. We'll start off in hybrid, try out power, maybe try out pure and just see what the differences are. We can adjust our battery usage and turn on or off the creep mode, which allows you to let off the brake pedal and start to move forward. Right now, you let off the brake pedal, you're not going anywhere. We can also adjust the steering feel. Right now we're in firm and it still feels surprisingly light. We can turn it into soft to see what changes up. Wow, that's a huge difference. Okay, not bad. And we have the air vent controls underneath, and unfortunately everything's adjusted through the touchscreen. No hard buttons anymore for the air vents. We do have hard buttons for the defrosters, but that's about it. These buttons feel premium too, some genuine wood outside of it. Hazards, volume and skip, the volume dial pretty light, but does the job. You can see your Volvo key as well. Nice and fancy. Wireless phone charging pad, some genuine wood for this cover area with 2.5 cup holders. You'll fit a shot glass in the middle with 24-ounce water bottles and a 12-volt right up front. Electronic parking brake with auto hold and a little bit of piano black outside of it. We can cover this lid right back up. Some carpeted area for your knee will often hit, but the top part just hard plastic. Nice padded leather armrest. Not the most storage space. You'll fit 4, possibly 5 12-ounce cans and two USB-C ports in there as well. Some stitching above the open pore wood for the dashboard, rubberized area above the glove box, just hard plastic for the glove box itself, but it's damped, lined and felt, and huge. You're fitting 40 license plates, you're fitting 4 pairs of shoes, probably 10 Harry Potter books. One of the largest glove boxes in the compact segment. We mentioned the stitched dashboard, frameless auto-dimming rear view mirror with 3 garage HomeLink settings on it. The interior lights are touch-sensitive LED, and same with the shade for the moonroof. We can open up the shade real quick. I'll catch right back with you once it's open. All right, now that it's open, we can open up the glass. The opening panel goes on top of the second panel, so it does stick out a little like a sore thumb. See if it goes out any further, it does. So well into the second row of space, we can poke our way out of here. Not the sunniest day in Ocala, Florida, but 96 degrees. At least it's not super cold. We can shut this moonroof right up. Leave the shade open so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin with the cabin talk, tweeters right above your head, and a grab handle even for the driver and of course for the front passenger as well. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat. Let's take a step out back, see how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the materials. So up top, still soft touch and to be expected for this price point. We get a nice soft touch material for the center area and leatherette for the center, and a gushy soft stitched leather armrest. Aluminum grab handle, 2 Bowers & Wilkins speakers, auto one-touch window, decent storage. You'll stack 2 6-inch subs. The second row seats, the padding goes basically all the way out to the door frame with solid bolstering for a back seat. Solid thigh support too. Legroom looks decent. I'm I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall sitting behind my seat settings, and I still have about 4 inches of knee room, headroom. Even with this moonroof, I have about 1.5 inches. So if you're under 6'5", you shouldn't have any issue sitting behind your seat settings in the 2026 XC60. We don't get a full third zone climate control. We do get heated seats, which are currently turned on. Not quite sure why that is, but the air vents blow directly into your face on the B pillar, so definitely can't complain. We get your latch, touch sensitive LED interior light, hook for the grab handle on both sides, with a pretty decent amount of light brought into the cabin thanks to this massive panoramic moonroof. Cargo nets behind both of the front seats. Charge ports are 2 USB-C ports, a little bit of storage behind the heated seat function. Pull this rope for this leatherette armrest. You'll fit 24, maybe 32-ounce bottles. You get a pass-through back here too. We can open it right up. It opens in the opposite direction from what we're used to. Shutting it back. I didn't show you guys the window sticker for the 2026 XC60 T8 PHEV Ultra. Pause, take a look. $79.50 for the base price. The Ultra gives the Harman Kardon sound, illumination, 20-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, tailored dashboard, crystal Geartronic gear shifter, the air purifier, laminated glass, HomeLink passenger memory front seat, graphical heads-up display, power cushion, and ventilated seats up front. $750 for the climate package, $840 for the protection package, $1,475 for the 22s, $1,800 for the air suspension, $3,200 for the Bowers & Wilkins upgraded sound system, $1,295 for the destination, totaling us out a tick over $80,000. We mentioned 63 mpges, 28 combined miles per gallon with 35 all-electric range. That's about it though, guys, for the window sticker, and that's about it for the back seat of this 2026 XC60. Let's check out the cargo space real quick, and then take this 2026 XC60 out for a drive. So underneath the L is the button for our power trunk, and we get a large trunk at that. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much space there is. And with our air suspension, we can drop the boot pretty quickly. You gotta press and hold for the drop function. And here you have it with the fully dropped rear end. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. And now we're gonna lift it up to its highest setting. But before we do that, my knee is literally at the same height as the step, and so this is perfect for older or smaller pets. Lifting the rear end back up, the air suspension works pretty quickly. And in its highest setting, I'm about 3 inches away from the step, and hopefully you can pick up the wheel gap as well. The second row seats fold down 60-40 split. You fold them down, the wheel wells don't really protrude. I'd expect you to still fit an 80-inch TV back here with a cargo pocket, perfect for grocery bags, our charge ports, secret storage. Let's see if we have anything going on down here. A little bit, surprisingly spacious for a plug-in hybrid. There are 2 buttons to drop the trunk. This button drops it, this button drops it and locks the SUV. We don't need a lock, so we'll press the button on the left, and it gives you about half a second to get out of the way so you don't get doofed in the head. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this facelifted 2026 Volvo XC60 plug-in hybrid. It is a beautiful SUV. It is getting up there in price, but with a base price around $70,000 and a 0 to 60 in the low 4-second range, with an interior as luxurious as this, booming audio system, super comfortable air suspension, and beautiful looks, I think you're getting your money's worth. But speaking of the performance, let's take this monster 2026 XC60 T8 PHEV out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2026 Volvo XC60 T8 plug-in hybrid Ultra. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. The steering feels really good and firm. Right now in pure hybrid, we have not engaged any of the gas engine, and throttle response feels good. And the steering, although it does feel a little bit firmer, there's still not that much weight, or not that much feedback to it. Still in hybrid mode though, still no gas engine being engaged. The brakes feel good. You can take a step out here, lean into it about halfway. There it is. Whoo! I mean, it feels really quick. Wow, you look down and you're flying. The isolation from the road here is really serious. Steering feels even better once you go into some higher speeds. Let's throw it into power mode. Let's see what it's got. So it immediately lowers our suspension. Handling feels good. This is a high-speed corner, and wow. And it continues to pull up top. 0 to 30, 0 to 40. This thing is keeping up with supercars, sure. Once you cross 50, 60, it's a pretty heavy SUV with a lot of its power coming from an electric motor, so it's not gonna be crazy, but 0 to 40, good Lord. Perfect timing for this rainstorm. Hopefully it's not messing up your audio too badly. But wow, yeah, power mode, you lean into it, and this is just a serious performance car. Just no reason to beat it up any further with the rainstorm. We can take it out of power mode, try out pure. This is going to be a pure EV, and we're going to slow down, try out an acceleration. Nobody's behind us, don't worry guys. And in pure EV, on the gas, this is all it's got. But this is still decent. 30 miles an hour, 40, 50, and 60. I mean, we've driven slower cars than that. 143 horsepower out of this electric powertrain, and at highway speeds, it keeps up with no problem. Uphill, light throttle, no issues, but of course, at highway speeds, you're not getting 35 miles of range. Probably gonna be closer to like 22-ish, if I had to guess a number, but it still feels perfectly fine. Hopefully you picked up pure mode. It's really cool to be able to drive 35 miles on pure electric range, but it's also really cool to be able to put it into power mode and now get 455 horsepower, 523 pound-feet of torque, and good Lord, you feel every single bit of it. And listen now, at highway speeds, throw it back into hybrid mode, no need to beat it up any further. But at highway speeds, listen, silent. I don't hear wind noise, I don't hear road noise. This air suspension is absurdly comfortable. We're about to get back into this rain cloud. The visibility is great. This feels more spacious than an X3. This feels just as quick, if not quicker, compared to an X3 M50. Sure, it's not as all out bonkers as an X3M, but it's also not priced like an X3M. At $70,000 for this Ultra, with the 360-degree camera, the Harman Kardon standard audio system, again, I'm sorry for the rain, I know it's going to be tough to hear for you guys, but with the upgraded audio system, the new 11.2-inch touchscreen, heated and ventilated leather seats, this is a really nice luxury performance SUV, and starting at $70,000, I think it's worth every penny. If you're looking for a premium performance luxury SUV, you'd like to get close to 30 miles per gallon, and you like the idea of being able to use pure electric driving modes, I would 100% recommend checking out this Volvo XC60. You can get it down to the base at $60,000 with the plug-in hybrid, which I understand is still getting up there in price. But for the performance, for the efficiency, and for the luxury and comfort, you're definitely getting your money's worth, and I would 100% recommend checking one out. And a big thanks to Brian and the rest of the management and staff here at Jenkins Volvo in Ocala, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Ocala area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Brian. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.